Have you ever wondered what it takes for a small nation to rise to global dominance, reshaping the very fabric of history? Picture a time when an entire country became a beacon of innovation, wealth, and cultural brilliance. Welcome to the Dutch Golden Age, a mesmerizing era that transformed the Netherlands and left an indelible mark on Europe. The Dutch Golden Age, which happened in the Netherlands in the 17th century, was a time of exceptional economic, cultural, and artistic growth that changed the course of European history in many ways. During this time, the Dutch became the most powerful trade country in the world. They challenged Spain and Portugal's established rule and turned their society into a shining example of Enlightenment ideals. In this video, we will look at some of the most important ways that the Dutch Golden Age changed history. During the Dutch Golden Age, the Dutch East India Company and the Dutch West India Company were started. They grew to be the biggest and most powerful companies in the world, controlling the spice trade, the slave trade, and the ocean trade. The Dutch also made a complex financial system, including the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, which made it easier for people to invest across borders and made Amsterdam the financial heart of Europe. This economic success allowed the Dutch to pay for their military battles against their enemies, such as Spain, and to spend on infrastructure, education, and culture. Second, the Dutch Golden Age was a time when art and culture flourished a lot. Dutch artists like Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Hales made some of the most famous and important works of art in history, which are still praised and studied today. The Dutch also made important advances in writing, philosophy, and science. Thinkers like Baruch Spinoza, Hugo Grotius, and Christian Huygens changed Europe's intellectual landscape. The wisdom, which promoted reason, independence, and tolerance and questioned the power of the church and the government, also started during the Dutch Golden Age. The ideas and ideals of the Enlightenment would later help start the American and French revolutions and change the political and social systems of Europe. Amazing, right? Third, the Dutch Golden Age had a big effect on world politics and foreign relations. The Dutch Republic threatened Spain and Portugal's long-held position as the world's most powerful countries. For hundreds of years, Spain and Portugal had controlled world trade and travel. The Dutch voyages of discovery and settlement in the Americas, Africa, and Asia challenged the Spanish and Portuguese powers and created a global network of trade and business that would shape the future of world politics. The 30 Years' War, which destroyed much of Europe and led to the end of the Holy Roman Empire, was also largely caused by the Dutch Republic. By getting involved in this war, the Dutch helped create a balance of power in Europe and stop any one country from taking control of the continent. Interesting, right? Fourth, the Dutch Golden Age changed the society and culture of the Netherlands itself, making it an accepting, diverse country that was a model of social and political change. Jews, Huguenots, and Puritans who were being oppressed found safety in the Dutch Republic, where they were accepted and allowed to freely practice their religion. The Dutch also created new ways to run a country, such as alliance and direct democracy, which other countries, including the United States, later used. During the Dutch Golden Age, new social groups like the bourgeoisie and the urban proletariat arose, which challenged the established ranks and power structures of Europe. Fifth, the Dutch Golden Age had a long effect on the environment and nature of the Netherlands, which has changed the way we think about sustainability and managing resources today. The Dutch Republic was one of the first countries to create a method for reclaiming land and managing water. Fascinating, right? This allowed them to grow their territory and agriculture and lessen the effects of floods and storms. The Dutch also came up with new ways to farm, like crop rotation, which increased output and decreased the need for new land. These innovations helped make the Netherlands a world leader in environmental management and gave other countries a model to follow. The Dutch Golden Age was an important period in European history that had a huge effect on politics, economics, culture, and society around the world. The Dutch Republic's economic and military success, its artistic and cultural successes, and its new ideas about government, tolerance, and sustainability all helped make the modern world what it is today. As we continue to face the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century, we can learn from the traditions of the Dutch Golden Age and get ideas from its successes and breakthroughs as we try to build a more wealthy, sustainable, and fair world.